Radio Woodstock 100.1. Got Freedy Johnston in the studio with us this morning. He's got a new album called Neon Repairman. Thought we'd start with a song perhaps this morning.
Put your face up to mine and hold me in your arms. Way up alone on this hill, in a house I built for two, sitting here in the night, wondering what I did not do. I built that fence out of stone that I cleared from every field. You went to town and you're gone, like the wind blowing through the trees. Baby, baby, come home, and I'll be here waiting for you. At the end of the winding path, where the road from town comes through. Baby, baby, come back. This is your happy home. I gave you all that I have, and I won't make it alone. Baby, baby, come home, and I'll be here waiting for you. You've been gone so long, and this house is broken into. Baby, baby, come back and walk right through that door. Put your face up to mine and hold me. Baby, baby, come home. Baby, come home. Baby, baby, come home. Baby, come home. Baby, baby, come home. Baby, come home. Baby, baby, come home. Baby, come home.
Freedy Johnston, new album called Neon Repairman, and that song called Baby, Baby, Come Home. What a great song. Lots of great music on here. I've had a chance to listen to it all, and we're going to actually get a chance to hear a couple more songs from it as well. But first, Neon Repairman. It's a cool title.
Thanks a lot. You know, what I realize is that the story behind a song has to be told, and so even though I've told it 100 times, everybody hasn't heard it, you know.
I didn't hear
It's
it.
on every record. Yeah, you haven't heard it. But Neon Repairman, the idea of the song, it's kind of like Wichita Lineman to me. a nighttime Wichita lineman. When I lived in Austin. A friend of mine, a songwriter, said, "You should write that song." Because I brought up, there's a lot of neon repairmen in this town. So she challenged me to write the song, "Neon Repairman." It's kind of a workshop thing, and I couldn't get it done, and so I wrote out Wichita Lineman on a legal pad and tried to examine the words and tried to make Neon Repairman reflect.
Wow.
I've never cheated like that, or used that method.
It's called borrowing.
Borrowing, yeah.
Yeah.
I borrowed one line as a homage to it, but that's the story behind the song. It was intended really to be a song that was finished, not really a good song, or you know what I mean. It was like, okay, I got to get this done, and then everyone liked it, and that's what happens with songs. It seems like
it's a great song too. Great song. So you lived all over the place. You're where? Where now? In Wisconsin?
Yeah,
You've been in New York. You're in Texas.
I left New York. I went on a walkabout after I my life changed. I was married, and then I wasn't married. So I lived in Nashville for a year and Austin for a year. And just couldn't. It's hard to move somewhere. Couldn't really commit to living there, and so I'm in Wisconsin now.
Where did you record this new album?
This was done in L.A. and Madison.
I
move around a lot.
Yeah. We'll try and pin you down.
Yeah, but I'm still. I'm in the city all the time, and I don't know. I moved to New York City when I was 24, and still feel like
Yeah, you moved from a pretty remote part of the country.
I moved from Kinsley, Kansas.
Kansas, little town.
Well, actually, I lived 5 or 6 years in Lawrence, Kansas, which is a college town.
Oh, okay.
So I hadn't lived, in the. I mean, I did have a pair of shoes, That's
good. So you left the little town. You went to college.
No, I didn't go to college. That's a funny story. I'm very flattered, but this record got me on the cover of the KU Alumni magazine last spring. I couldn't believe it. I said, I did one semester. I went one semester.
And now you're an alumni.
And they said, well, you're an alumni. I was like, okay. So
right.
I'm like the least qualified alumni that's ever been on that cover, I'm sure.
Well, maybe they give you that honorary degree someday. Yeah?
Honorary, bachelor of something.
Of
just
music.
Bachelor, honorary bachelor.
Honorary bachelor. Yeah. Well, for now anyway.
We're going to keep it that way. Yes.
Yeah. You used crowdfunding for this CD to fund.
Yes, half of it.
Half of it, yeah.
We had it about 3/4 of the way done actually, and we just ran out of money, and so we crowdfunded it, and that's just
It's the way everybody's doing it.
It's the way everybody's doing it. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I can do it again. I have to get just really hard.
Yeah,
for an unorganized brain like mine. It was really hard, and yet it was successful. It worked. I guess life is supposed to be hard, but doing that and recording was tough. So, but it is the way people are doing things, and I really, really. I mean, it's much more important when people are doing projects like, water, bringing water to a community, or electricity, or things that really help people. That is amazing. How Kickstarter and other sites can just make that happen. Boom, boom. So as far as music goes, yes, it helps you. The main thing is, I think. Now, what am I trying to say? You can do a sort of pre-order thing where the record is done, and like I did, I had enough of the record done. I thought I could put it out in a month, and so I started doing that and realized I need 3 months more work. That's what it was.
Right.
The people got involved thinking they were going to get their record in a month, and it took like 6 months.
Well, I think crowdfunding music is a great thing because it brings music to people, and that's something we need desperately.
Yeah, I apologize for babbling on about my thing, but it went really well, and because it's done, and the record is in your hands.
It is. And I've listened to it.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, I do very much.
Thank you very much. I put a lot into this record. The bouzouki track that starts the record was recorded back when I lived in Austin. I lived at a recording studio out in the country, and I would get up way before everybody else. I'd get up at 6 a.m., and no one else gets up 6 or 8 hours around there, so I would be out there recording my demos. And that's when I recorded the song on bouzouki, an old vintage bouzouki, a nice vintage bouzouki that my friend had. And I just kept that track. And then we were making, we've done Neon Repairman a couple times perhaps. as a band, and kept going back to the bouzouki. So that first, the thing that starts the record sort of started my thinking about the record. You know, the actual, I recorded the bouzouki myself, so I hope people like the way it sounds.
It sounds great. You're going to play something else for us. There's 10
Yes.
tracks on here, and which one are you going to play for us now?
Well, I'd like to play a song called "The First to Leave the World" is the first to see the world. I think it might be my longest song title to date. But it's a song about Yuri Gagarin up in his capsule, you know, the first man in space, thinking about his mom, because he was very close to his mom. And but he wasn't allowed to tell her that he was going up into space. She found it on the radio while she was at work. So that's kind of, that's a beautiful moment.
That's a story.
Anyway. Who lights the fire when we come home at night and holds us close and tells us everything will be alright? Anna is her name, and she's somewhere below. Even though I could not tell her, I still think she knows, 'cause they shot me into space. But I think it's 'cause they like my face. Little Eagle is my name, and I'm the only one who can explain. The first to leave the world is the first to see the world. La, 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 Who knows the name of that river down there? They all look the same. Who could ever care? Yuri is my name, and I've come pretty far up from that hole in the ground we lived in during the war. I gave my first autograph to a comrade on the launching pad. Now I'm floating in my straps, and I'm the only one who you can ask. The first to leave the world is the first to see the world. The first to leave the world is the first to see the world. And now I'm settling back again, and I'm starting to feel the wind. Boy, when I come walking in, I'm gonna tell her everything from the beginning.
That's from the new CD, Neon Repairman. And the song is called "The First to Leave the World is the First to See the World." It's Freedy Johnston. And there's another track on here called "Her Hair is Blowing in the Wind of Another Planet." Is there any relation to those two songs?
No, I'm a space buff, like a lot of songwriters. And so, yeah, I thought I'd write a song about a girl's hair blowing in the wind of another planet. It seemed like there weren't that many of them.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
because there are other winds, you know,
you are
and other girls.
You are a space buff. Have you written other songs about space?
Not yet.
No.
Well, I wrote I would play it now. I wouldn't have to play it, but I wrote a song about a childhood hero of mine who used to run cartoons on the Woodstock KAKE TV station. You know, he had this cardboard set and would play cartoons. Captain Astro. And I found out later on, I moved to Wichita, he was a total lush, you know, and just, you know, after be out smoking a cigarette, you know, between takes and so forth. And I thought that was a beautiful thing, so I wrote a song about him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not going to play it now.
Just a space cadet.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And I'm sure you're going to edit this for the taping. I mean, for the broadcast.
I wasn't thinking of it.
Oh,
actually.
no.
I can edit anything.
Good.
But you know, when I first heard of you, like years and years and years ago, and the name Freedy came up, I thought you must have had the coolest parents in the world. Very hip, name you Freedy. And then I found out that you actually picked the name.
Yes, No, I didn't have the coolest parents in the world, but my mother, my dear mother, she named me Freedy. My name's Fred, and she always would give everyone a nickname. And so a friend of ours, Oliva, I'm from Western Kansas, so everyone drinks a lot, you know. And
So
she couldn't say my name on the phone one day. You know, where's little Freedy? And so my mother thought that was hilarious. And from the age of 14, I was Freedy.
Oh.
I didn't really pick it, you know.
Yeah.
And so when I started doing music, I was going to be Fred. I don't know what I was going to do. Now, like everyone, like Johnny Cougar and everyone, I want to keep my name, you know. But it's too late for that.
Yeah, it's too late for that.
It really is.
We got time for another song. If you'd play another one for us from the new album, I'd really appreciate it.
Certainly. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate you having me in here. It's good to be back, you know.
Well, it's really nice meeting you, too.
Nice to meet you
Been
as well.
listening for a long time, and it's nice to meet you in person.
Cheers. Likewise, sir. Let me play you then a song, the last song on the record. It's very sad, and it should be. It's about a damaged PTSD veteran who's at the VA, just asking for more pills from the psychiatrist. You know, he said, "I don't want to talk because you can never understand this thing, you know, that we all read about." I honestly didn't intend to write the song. You know, I was writing the song about me, kind of. Whiny song, and then I realized, no, this is really about a guy. So that's just to explain the song. With my head on straight, you know things can go just great. But when my head's on wrong, you'll be singing a different song. I got a wife and kid, but I'm supposed to stay away from them. I ain't been back long. I got a little bit of something, a little bit of something, a little bit of something wrong. You know, I saw the others running for cover, and that's the last thing I know. Well, my old sick dad, he said, you just gotta be a man. And though he's been through hell, you know, he just don't understand. When the night closes in, it all comes back again. I don't sleep till dawn. I got a little bit of something, a little bit of something, a little bit of something wrong. You know, I saw the others bloody in the gutter, and that's the last thing I know. excuse me, but I'm sorry. But what was your name, please? And could you just sign for these? 'Cause you got a lot of people to see. But I've seen a man's insides against a clear blue sky. And when your head's blown off, it's like you're really, really gone, and you're never coming back no more. And you can't believe it, what it's like to see your own hands on the floor. I got a little bit of something, a little bit of something, a little bit of something wrong. You know I left my brothers back there in the gutter, and I didn't even make it home.
Freedy Johnston. A little bit of something wrong from a new album called Neon Repairman. Thank you very much for coming in and performing for us
Thanks,
today.
Ron. Thanks for letting me play, warts and all, you know.
Really appreciate it. And
I tried to hit the notes.
You
but,
did
you
a
know.
great job. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, and hello, Woodstock.
And we'll see you
and
again
the
soon.
surrounding area. See you soon, Ron.
All right, thanks.